And welcome back to the Devine Witch. As you can tell today, I got a headset on. And also, don't change that view. Have your phone upright, because if you try to do video view, guess what? It's still going to be the same me in the exact same way. Why, you may ask? Because I'm wearing a cute shirt, and I do not care what the video looks like for you. I know that sounds bad, but any of my ladies out there, or maybe even some of my gents, when you got a cute pose and you got a certain angle that you want to stick with, and you're not trying to show all of YouTube everything you got, and you really don't want to change your shirt, because why do that for a video? I mean, I don't know. Anyway, moving on. So today's video is going to be about what is it to be empathic? And also, what can you do to control that? Because one thing that I always come across is people saying, oh, I can't control it. I've done everything. I've tried meditation. I've tried this. I've tried that. And for you all, I love you, but it's an excuse. Every power that you have, no matter if it is empathic ability, psychic ability, it can and will be able to control. You may not know how to do it at first, but you didn't know how to ride a bike at first. So why are you expecting you do it a couple times and it's going to work? No, it honestly takes years sometimes for something to click for someone. So giving up on your first try or your 10th try doesn't mean that you went out there and you tried everything. It means you tried it once or twice, maybe 10 times, it didn't work, so you decided to stop. Even though you may have not have seen the progress was there. So let's move on. So what is it to be empathic? To be empathic, it really goes to multiple levels. There's different types of empathic. It depends on, one, if you've worked with your empathic ability, two, how long you've had this empathic ability, how much you've actually nurtured it instead of trying to suppress it. Some people feel the emotion of animals. Some people feel the emotion of people. Some people feel the emotion of objects. Some people feel the emotions of a place or a piece of land. Honestly, the list goes on, and that's in a future video, so stay tuned. And subscribe, because if you don't, you're never going to see it, and you're going to be like, well, whatever happened to that video? And you'll never find me again. It's just hard facts. Okay, so you're probably wondering, okay, so that's basically what it feels. I mean, everything has emotion, even I do. So what makes it so worse? Well, when you're empathic, these abilities multiply. It's not only you dealing with your own emotions and feelings and things of that nature. You're dealing with everything around you. So imagine if, like, you're in a room and you got 10 people. So let's say all 10 people, including yourself, are going through something super, uber traumatic, right? So all that emotion comes in at once, and it's boiling, and it's like festering, and it's just in the air. You can smell it, you can taste it, and you can certainly feel it. Have that just feeling, even if you're not empathic, that's how an empath feels. It's like walking into a room and knowing what everybody's going through, what they're feeling, and how they're feeling it at that time. They could have a smile on their face, and we can look at them and be like, yeah, you're not happy. And eventually we'll figure it out. If we really want to help solve the issue, we will go that extra mile and dig and dig and dig and dig without you knowing. So you will give us that information that we need so we can help you. Because that's what being empathic is. It's a gift. Most see it as an issue, a problem, because they don't know how to harness it, how to use it, and how to harness it, how to use it, and how to implement it. So first off, you know you're empathic. And if you're not empathic and you're watching this video, then you know somebody that is, and you can direct them to this link and be like, listen to what she's got to say. Trust me, it will help. Okay, so I've came up with 10 different steps on how to help you harness, control, and center yourself when you're empathic. This is to help you weed out all other people's emotions. Now, I do want to say this. By doing this, you can control it. That means that you can turn it on, you can turn it off. It's envision like a switch. So if you're ever in a situation to where you feel like you need it, flip it on. Feel like you're in a situation you don't need it, keep it off. Me personally, I keep mine on medium most of the time, just in case, because here's one thing most people don't understand about being empathic. We can read your emotions. You can hide. Sorry about that. I'm pretty sure that was loud on camera. But you can try to hide your emotions. You can try to lie, but it doesn't work, because we honestly feel what you're getting. And it gets to the point, depending on the empath you're dealing with, they can read your thoughts. They can put thoughts in your head. You guys can have a whole conversation because it's a certain level of empath that this person has reached. So keep that in mind. If you are someone who doesn't deal with empaths, never met one, you're not going to be able to lie to them. No matter how much you try, no matter what spell work you use, they have that ability for a reason. And you're not going to be able to get past it. I'm sorry. So let's move on to the steps for the people that actually do have empathic abilities. What can you do? What can help you? First off, you heard me say it in the beginning, and I'm going to say it again. Meditation. I do not want to hear, I can't clear my mind. I don't know what to do. It just doesn't work for me. First off, anybody will tell you, when you first start meditation, you're not going to be able to get everything out. It's not going to happen the first try. It's not going to happen the 10th try, because you have to figure out how to get yourself in that one spot. Or if you want a little bit of help, do this. See your mind as a blank piece of paper. Do that. Or focus on one thing. Vision one thing in your mind, block out everything else. Do that. And keep on doing that. Because eventually, all those side thoughts will disappear. And once they disappear, you don't need that object you're thinking about in your mind. Remember that. Trust me, it works. You just got to put in the effort. It doesn't happen in a day. It doesn't happen in a year. It takes a long time, and it takes dedication. If you are somebody that can't be dedicated to it, set yourself a schedule. Have the people that you live with go, it's your meditation time, go meditate. Yes, my hand's pointing, see? Exactly. I mean, you need it. Also, patience. Patience is another thing you need. Because no matter what I tell you here, if you don't got patience, you need to get some. You need to learn how to get some. Order something off Amazon. Wait a couple weeks. Or better yet, you really want to try your patience? Order something off Wish. Guarantee by the time that thing gets there, you're going to forget about it. And then you're going to realize that you have patience. Just saying. Okay, visualization. Visualization. All right. It's like I was telling you before with the whole meditation. It's visualizing something that in your mind that you can see. That makes it easier. This is one of the steps that goes hand in hand with anything you do. It's just like in magic. You got to envision what you want. You got to put out the intent in what you want. So you already know how to do this. So just do it. Put it in there. Okay. Listen to how you feel. That's first off. Before you go out into the real world, figure out how you feel. What is your emotions that day? Do you feel like you can deal with people? Do you feel like, I'm so happy, I just want to spread it? Those are the days you really need to go out and let your empathic flag fly, for real. But the days that you're feeling like, oh, people, no, I don't. Just don't. You don't have to interact with everybody every day, but make it a goal for yourself to maybe, how do I put this? Make it a goal for yourself to go somewhere at least once a month. That's it. It's a small commitment. Once a month ain't going to hurt you. Go there once a month. Be around people that you don't know or people that you do know. Have people come over and then focus. Focus your empathic abilities on that one person. And once you get done focusing, you'll realize you've literally forced yourself to tune in to an individual. That means cutting out all other emotions, including your own, and focusing on one individual. That is very powerful and will help you, especially if you need that ability for this reason. Let's say you got a friend. They're a really happy friend, bubbly, to the point to where it's sickening. Let's admit it. We all got that one friend that's like super bubbly, and you're just like, oh, I want to take a pillow to you, but you're so good for me. That type of bubbly, the kind of people that wake up in the morning and don't need coffee kind of bubbly, that kind of bubbly. Get that person to go with you wherever you go, even if it is on your one night a month you decide to go out into the real world. Take that person with you. Visualize and focus on them. You're going to get their energy all night, and it's going to be like a circle. It just circulates, you know what I mean, between you two. And then that's your focus point. You don't have to worry about everybody else's emotions until you're ready. Okay. By the way, if you see me looking down, it's because I got notes. I need them. Amulet. This is the bad thing, is when you know the words and they don't come out right, and then you're like, I don't really want to edit it. So yeah, enjoy the bloopers, folks. So have an amulet, Basically, an amulet, if you do not know by this point, it is something that you can bless with a spell or a ritual for your purpose. So, go find a spell that puts a barrier around you so you don't feel anybody else's emotions except for your own. And wear this amulet when you feel like you're going to be around a lot of people and you don't feel like you are going to be able to handle it. Remember, you have the amulet on. Don't forget about it. Don't make it an everyday wear, because you're just putting a Band-Aid on a problem that's, well, it's not really a problem, but if you see it as a problem, then yeah, it's a problem. It's not going to go away forever. You know what I mean? It's something, it's what you are. Deal with it. It sucks sometimes, I'll admit. Little side note in between this. It sucks because you can read how people see you. And when you know somebody that you care for and may be close to you and wishes to hurt you or has ill intent towards you, it can suck and it's very overwhelming. I get it. But it's there for a reason. It's to protect you, just like an amulet would. So there's that. And of course, focus on what you're doing. And another good thing to do is have like an empathic journal. So let's say if today, after you watch this video, you decide, I'm going to go ahead and I'm taking this in my own hands and I'm going to do it. Write down your thoughts for that day. That first initial page or couple pages or 10 pages, 20, whatever it takes. Write down what you like about it, what you don't like about it, what you want to work on. And then start working on it. And then every day write into this journal. So that lets you know when you feel like, oh, this ain't working, this sucks. Look back from start where you started on the first page and go through. And you will see the difference. You will notice eventually over time, hey, today wasn't bad. I got a little something from somebody, but it wasn't too overwhelming that I couldn't function in my day. Sometimes we need a little helpful reminder. And sometimes the only person that we're going to listen to is ourselves. So that's why the journal is really good. Energy research. By the way, if you're empathic and you're not researching about energy, what have you been doing? You literally are picking up people's energy. Okay? People, things, places, animals, anything that breathes, lives, or that you walk on, you're picking up the energy. Okay? You are like, what's the most annoying thing that I can think of to compare us to? A metal detector. Just because no one else has one doesn't mean that it's invaluable. Doesn't mean that you're weird because you have one. Just means you get to find cooler stuff than most other people do. So yeah, hopefully you like that analogy being compared to a metal detector. If not, that's what I came up with. Come up with your own analogy, let me know. Do the research. You can do so much things with energy. You can literally manipulate someone's energy. If they're having a bad day, you can form it. You can mold it. You can change that energy. That's the power that you have. If you want something, you know how to bring it in. Think about that. Yeah. When you meet that one person that you're like, I don't know if I trust you. And then later on you find out, ooh, I shouldn't have trusted you. That's gut instinct. That's another thing. Always trust your gut. Even if you wish, hope, pray, whatever you do, that is not true. It is true. You knew it. You're going to kick yourself in like whatever amount of time it takes for not listening. So pay attention. You get stuff for a reason. I know we don't want to listen to it all the time. Trust me, I've been down that road more than once. But sometimes you got to listen to what your body says, what the energy says. You can ignore it all day long, but it's still going to remain the same at the end of the day. Give me a second. Your self-worries. This kind of goes into what I'm saying. What I was saying and just previously. You have this ability. You are completely and utterly worried that maybe people won't want to be around you because you're going to be able to call their bullshit. You're going to be able to know things that you shouldn't know. This is just part of the gift. Then you'll have the type that wants to know everything and they want to use you. It's up to you to find out which is which. But even the people that get scared, they will come back and they will apologize. Because think about it this way. If you weren't empathic and someone came up to you and said, I know your emotions, I know what you're going through, you'd be kind of freaked out. Let's be realistic. So give it time. If they don't come back, they're just seasonal people. They came in your life for a reason, and that reason has passed, so they have gone on. It's a life lesson. Not even I can change that. You can say an incantation or have like a little verbal spell that you can do anywhere. So like, let's see, what can I think off the top of my head? Yeah, give me a minute. I'll get there. I'm tired of feeling the emotions around me. I want to feel what I feel and nothing else. Okay, first off, that was not perfect, but figure out what works for you. Create your own. Say it whenever you're in a big group. Mean it. Actually mean it. Not like, oh my God, what if somebody hears me? No, actually mean it. And if somebody does hear you, just tell them, like, look, I feel other people's emotions. They've all heard about it, either empathic, psychic, medium, whatever. Just play into it for a little bit, and they'll be like, oh, okay, whatever. If not, then you're around the wrong group of people. Sorry. Training. This pretty much is with everything that I've told you about. Making sure that I actually have told you everything. Training. Like I said, it doesn't happen in a day. And another thing that you could do, which wasn't on my list, but let's call it a bonus, do it with groups. Work with either one other person, two other people who are going through the same thing you are. There's powers in numbers for a reason. So I hope this video has helped you guys out. This is what I personally do, and it's what I suggest. And honestly, I even researched even more, so maybe there was something else I could tell you guys, but it all pretty much says the same thing that I'm telling you. You know, the mind is a very powerful thing, and many people don't realize how powerful it is. It is so powerful, it named itself. Think about that. Yeah. Think of the power of prayer. Prayer is just not in one religion, it's in all. If you put enough energy into something, things will happen. Same goes with empathic. Yes, your abilities will grow. Sometimes you may not be able to handle it, but you're not alone. There's thousands of people who are just like you, and a lot of people who have mastered it. Trust me, it's not as hard as you make it out to be, and it'll be all right. Till next time, guys.